Well, hello there. It's bright again on a Sunday afternoon. Well, hope your weekend's going okay. Mine's cracking. Gonna have a few beers in a minute, as it's well, another hour or so. It's 4:30 at the moment, so yeah, gonna have a couple of beers and relax for a bit. So I'm just going to take some pictures of the fossils that I purchased in Whitby. This is with the my birthday money that the lads on board ship gave me. So thanks for that. And also want to take the time to thank everyone who first of all, the ones who sent me anniversary cards to Sarah and myself. Oh, got a bit of hiccups going on. Yeah, so a big thank you to everyone who sent me anniversary cards, and a big thank you to everyone that wished us well or congratulated us on our wedding anniversary. Now, one of the things that I decided to do while I was away is to start looking for a new car. So you're going to be joining me on my adventures in looking for a new car. Now, very toying with the idea of getting a Hyundai Tucson. As the government is so insistent on us going down the electric route, I can't wait to 2030 because I won't be able to buy a petrol car. So what I might do is buy myself a hybrid car. I've looked long and hard. Yes, I know it's not very environmentally friendly, because EV cars, as they take up a lot of resources, Earth's resources. The mining just for the batteries for an EV car is absolutely phenomenal, and I can't bring myself to buy a full electric car. So maybe the hybrid car is a slightly better option because it doesn't have a battery the same size as a full-blown EV car, maybe about a third the size of a EV car. I could go down the route of having a mild hybrid car, which has only got a battery which is a third the size again. So you've got, like I said, there's three options really. There's plug-in hybrid, which is no chance because the charging stations are non-existent in this area. Can't do off-street charging because, for a start, it's the other side of the street, so I won't be able to charge my car there. I won't be able to park my car on the tiny bit of garden that we have because it will block the pavement, so that's out. These plug-in hybrids are out. Now, the mild hybrid has got a tiny 48 volt battery, so it's probably twice the size of a standard car battery, probably four times the size of a standard car battery, because it's got to bring it up to 48 volts. So you would have in the region of 4 car batteries to get your 48 volts, and so that's quite a big chunk of power. But to get the benefit out of an electric system, I think we've got to go for hybrid, to be quite honest, which is 3 times bigger than 4 car batteries. So that's about 12 car batteries underneath your rear seat, which isn't too bad, and it will boost your miles per gallon quite a lot, apparently, according to the blurb. So we'll see what time brings. But yeah, I think hybrid cars have got to be the way forward, because you've still got the main prime mover is a petrol engine. That's because petrol's still going to be around for the next 50-60 years. It's got to be, really, unless they can come up with this methane that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, we'll see. I'll have to dig in a bit more. I did start looking at the more luxury car range, like the Range Rovers. No, they're big cars, and the ratings on Auto Trader are pretty dismal for these Range Rovers. The chances of a Range Rover breaking down are phenomenally high. Whereas you go to the other end, like say this Hyundai that I was looking at, they really are quite reliable. So yeah, and I thought, well, maybe I wouldn't go so high as a Land Rover. Let's try coming down a couple of notches. And I thought, what about a second-hand Porsche Cayenne? See what they're like. Yeah, can't get them either because they're too expensive, and the insurance is through the roof. So I've had to go a bit more conservative, and that's why I think I've chosen the Hyundai. It seems to be the best mid-size SUV that's very similar to my car, my Nissan Murano. Although that was an English version imported into the UK from America, obviously right-hand drive still, but that is an absolute beast, my car. It's a 3.5 litre V6, and oh boy, it's lovely to drive. It really is. It's got a CVT drive clutch arrangement, so you can't tell it's going between gears. It's absolutely a lovely automatic car. I really do love my car, but it's getting on a bit now. It was built in 2007, so yeah, you're looking at 17 odd years now, aren't you? It's getting on a bit, and of course the miles per gallon are pretty dismal. The book says I should be getting 19 to gallon, but if I don't push it, I can. If I'm drive conservatively, I can actually get 24 to the gallon out of that car. If I'm going to do a long journey, say I'm going to drive down to my mother's house, I only do that once a year, so I'll put a new air filter in, and that makes a world of difference actually, putting a new air filter in. And I do make sure all the washer fluids and all that's topped up when I go for my long journeys. Say 250 odd miles down to my mother's house is it's a long way to go, so that's why I check everything over before I go out there. Same as I did when I went on this little holiday to Whitby. Checked the car over the night before. I got home from sea at 3:30, and the first thing I did was go out and check the car, pump up the tyres, check the oil, check the water. So I was legal, not most washer bottles full. You don't want to get caught out with the washer bottle empty, do you? I don't think they check these days, do they? They used to be a long time ago. It was illegal if your washer bottle was empty. I don't think the police care now. Anyway, moving on. What else was I going to talk about? There was something else I was going to say. I think I'll save that for another podcast. I was going to get a little bit political about Biden and and Trump shooting, but I'll save that one for another day. Well, anyway, isn't it gorgeous out in this sun? I've been trying to capture some bees, but the sun wasn't out earlier. But the sun's out now, so I might go back and get the camera because the bees just turned up. I'm not quite sure what kind of bee that one is, but it's not a honeybee, that's for certain. And I did actually work out how to save my from my big stills camera with a big lens on it, so I can get close up to these bees rather than this little camera here, which does an appallingly bad job of getting close up and getting macro shots out of this tiny camera. It's appalling. But the big one, if I put my Sigma 105mm lens on it, I should get some really good close-ups. But I worked out how to save it to my iPad now. The little movies that I made the first time, no, it just wouldn't save. I had to go back onto the internet and have a look, find out what I had done wrong, and it looks like I'd switched on the HDR high definition, and it didn't like it on my iPad. Just didn't like it. And of course, by switching that off, it meant instead of having 17 minutes of storage on a 256 card, I've now got 2 hours worth of storage on a 256 megabyte card. So that's a good thing. So yeah, we'll just have to wait for some decent weather and I'll come out again. Although it's looking good now, the wind's calmed down, so I might just go and do that. I'll finish this little blog off and then I'll go and get my big stills camera, put it in video mode and see what I can capture. Anyway, moving swiftly on as we were. I think the kids are on holidays this week, aren't they? For their summer holidays. Yeah, so expect lots of screaming and shouting in the background when I do my vlogs next week. If it's nice, I'm going to go down to the boating lake and take some snaps of the ducks again. See what ducks are there, and I might see about prices for the rowboats. Take Sarah out on a little rowboat exercise. She doesn't like boats. Anyway, right. So on the good news front, while we're still being happy, I spoke to my daughter again yesterday and today, and she's getting on with the decorating of her little apartment for the little one that's coming along. So we're off to see her in September, a couple of months before the baby's born, and she's just waiting for the next scan, to see what the baby's like, to make sure everything's okay, and she's going to try and find out what sex it is. So yeah, we'll find out whether it's a boy or a girl. Yeah, so that'll be nice. But yeah, Sarah's mother, who's will be a great granny, will be knitting a couple of socks, pairs of socks that we're going to take out. My mother can't see anymore, so she can't see to knit, but she has bought a few things for the baby. A bit of a secret, so we'll be taking that out to France as well. So that'll be exciting. Yeah, who thought I'd be a granddad, eh? Yeah, I never thought I'd get married, to be quite honest. Or being short, fat and ugly. But I'm not so fat as I was, because I weighed myself this morning, and I'm at least 3 kilograms down to what I was when I went away last time, or back in the end, second week of June when I went back. I was 91 kilos. Now I'm 88 kilos, so I've lost 3 kilograms in just over 6 weeks by the looks of things. So I'm happy, and I'm going to keep it up now that I've broken that 90 kilo barrier. Boy, it was hard to break that barrier. You seem to get up to 90 kilos and you go up to 91 and you come back down to 90 and you go back up to 92. So now that I've broken that barrier, things should be looking good. The same thing happened when I got down to 100 kilos. You seem to get stuck. You reach a point where you can't go any lower. Doesn't matter what you do, and then all of a sudden, when you're not weighing yourself and you're not concentrating on the food that you're eating, you're just eating what you want to eat, not what's put in front of you, then the weight starts to come off. So hopefully I can keep this weight loss up. I have started taking a turmeric supplement to try and boost the sugar levels, stability with sugar levels. I was doing a little bit of looking at some of the blurb that comes out. So I'm not a doctor, so don't take this as advice, but do your own research, find out if it's going to affect if you're taking medication. If you do take turmeric, make sure it's not going to interfere with your medication that you're taking. Now, as I said before in previous videos, I'm a diabetic, so you have to be careful. Some of the supplements can screw you up if you're taking supplements as well as diabetic medication. So just use a bit of caution. So anyway, I did my research and it seems I'm all right with the turmeric. So hopefully that will maintain my blood sugar levels, so I won't get any peaks and troughs making me feel hungry or giving me sugar highs. So we'll see. Anyway, what's the time of the video? Oh yeah, I've waffled on for 14 odd minutes. So I took some photographs of these fossils at the end. Some trilobites, 2 trilobites I got myself. I do like trilobites, I must admit. I'm fascinated by them. 400 million years old they are, and the ammonites are in there. They're about 140 million years old. So they're the youngsters in my collection, 140. Anyway, so enjoy the photographs. I won't leave them on too long, just maybe 4 seconds each photograph. Anyway, so I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a great weekend. What's left of it. and I'll see you during the week. Bye then.